Babies have suffocated and died in Pasco County when their sleeping mothers rolled over onto them. Unsafe sleeping is the leading cause of death for babies in the Sunshine State. It led to the deaths of more than 130 Florida babies last year alone. And we wanted to know, how can you prevent tragedies like these when it comes to co-sleeping? Well, 8 on Your Side has some answers for you today. Joining me now is Dr. Jill. We appreciate you being here. As an OBGYN, you know the advice to give. Is co-sleeping ever safe?
So there's not a correct answer here. As a physician, with the data that's out there, I cannot recommend that you co-sleep with your baby. But as a mother, I know that it can happen. And so what I'd like to do is talk about ways to make it safer for you if you're going to decide to co-sleep.
So first off, if you do choose to do that, is there a safer way to do it?
There is. So for one, make sure that you're not on any medication and, of course, not drinking any alcohol. If you're distracted a little bit, you could have more of a potential to not realize that you're rolling over on your child. The other thing is sleep without a whole bunch of blankets. Remove the pillows. Place the bed, maybe just the mattress on the floor so the baby can't roll off the bed. That's the other really big one. Make sure that there's no ability for them to roll off. And then be very careful with the headboard, because they could slip into where the headboard is and get caught.
If there's any sort of gap there.
Exactly.
I've seen those, they're almost like a mini bed off to the side. Is that an option? I know you can buy those.
It is. And so what the American Academy of Pediatrics would say is, instead of co-sleeping, let them be in the room with you. And that's kind of what we did. We put a bassinet, is what it's called, next to the bed, and the baby slept in there if you didn't want to go all the way to the room to get the baby out of the crib. And truthfully, I think the reason people do co-sleep is you're exhausted.
Right.
You're getting up every 3 hours. It's tiring. It's just like, okay, we'll breastfeed here, bottle feed here. And
you fall asleep,
the baby falls asleep, all is good, but it can be dangerous. So
right, I can't say that. That never happened, you know, when my kids were little, so I understand it.
We would be lying if we did, because of course we did. So I don't recommend it.
It's safest for them to be in their own place.
Yes, but if you have to, adopt these habits to prevent bad things from happening. And then the other thing that was kind of important is never smoke around your baby. If you smoke or there's secondhand smoke around the baby, that really increases their risk of having trouble when you're co-sleeping and increased risk of SIDS.
Very good information.
Thank you.
Thank you. Such a tragedy, too, to hear that. We hate to report that.
Yeah.